Trump's base isn't budging whatsoever in 2025. Yes, there have been some setbacks. Yes, the economy's gotten tighter. And yes, without a doubt, the stock market's gone down. So you're asking yourself a simple question. Why does Trump's base stick with him when things get a little bit more tough financially? Or is it the fact that he's delivering just what he said he would? You have insights, you have comments, please leave them below and let's dig into this a little bit more because I think you're going to find some really, really interesting things to take into consideration. So they're not budging. 2025, we have inflation going on, we have real estate chaos, we have tariff shocks. Trump's base is sticking with him. And why? That answer tells us more about 2025 America more than any kind of a poll ever would. So I want to remind you that Trump's followers, his supporters, are super loyal, even though their wallets are taking quite a hit these days, right? So this really isn't about headlines, it's about what people feel. And that, my friends, drives everything. So maybe a really important thing for us to take into consideration is it's not just about the economy, it's something much bigger. It's an identity. And either you're part of the MAGA movement or you're not, or maybe you're just buying into the Trump economy and what he's promising the United States of America, thinking maybe he's the right person, right place, right time. Um, Whatever it is, the people just aren't supporting Trump because of what he does, just not because of what he says, because I think the rhetoric's toned down considerably from the first time he was in office. They support Trump because of what he represents. That's huge. And if you have that breakthrough, then a lot of these other things are going to make a little bit of sense to you. Well, maybe for some of you, it won't make complete sense, but if you're trying to understand, that's a huge, important step forward because from there you can kind of dig in a little bit more. So let me give you a couple insights. Number one, there really is an anti elite sentiment out of Trump, even though he's surrounded himself with a lot of people who would fall into the elite class. Personally, his rhetoric really is so much anti establishment, anti wealthy people. And he's always portrayed himself as a system outsider. So that really, really resonates with America. And whether you're somebody who's well to do or somebody who might be struggling a little bit, that is hitting the heartstrings of Americans everywhere. Finally, he talks like us, right? The fact is that he has a language, he's highly educated. He's like an Ivy League guy, right? And he's been born to a privileged family, but what he does is he goes and talks common person's language in a common way that the common person can understand him. And when you don't talk over people, you talk to people, amazing things really happen. So I just want you to take these things into consideration because that gives you a little bit more insight to who the president of the United States is, and maybe secondly, why his people are so incredibly loyal to him. And I'm hoping that through this video, we're also saying that, like in many small towns throughout the United States, Trump has really become kind of cultural shorthand for you're our guy, you're one of us, you're with us, or you're against us. And when you have that type of maybe a common understanding, lots of things make a ton of sense to small town America. Because the bottom line is with small town America, there's a basic understanding that I haven't given up on America. I haven't given up on us. That's a powerful message that really does resonate with the common person here in the good old US of A. So I want to make sure that we're also understanding a second part of this is that, hey, you know what? The current economic pain that the United States is dealing with right now, uh, it's not blamed on him. And I want you to understand that as well, because when it comes to like explaining things from the White House, Trump really does have a pretty clever argument crafted because Even when folks are hurting, and they're much more likely to blame Biden, they're likely to blame globalism, China, the Fed, the swamp. You get the picture. There's a lot of villains out there, and dare I say, even Pocahontas, short for Elizabeth Warren. He blames lots of people, and he wants to make sure that he's always pitting the boogeyman against the common person and how he's really the defender of the common person. It's a very, very powerful argument that's thrown out there. Whether it's 100% accurate or not, just the way that it's explained to the average person makes a lot of sense to them. Because part of what makes Trump such incredibly clever speaker is the fact that he always positions himself as the person who's fighting for the little person, right? He's the fighter. He's fighting the giant. He's the David in the David and Goliath story, and he's not the controller. It's really kind of a psychological insulation to any argument that he's putting up there, but it really has a powerful way to resonate with his people. So, better the devil you know. There's fear in switching horses mid race, especially if you're already stuck by him through impeachment, media storms, indictments. You see the alternative as part of the very system that shut your factory, crushed your 401k, ignored your small town, and, dare I say, undermined the culture of the United States of America. These are the same people who paraded through the streets and caused all kinds of havoc and trouble before. And so it appears as though Trump is actually defending some turf. Maybe it's an unknown turf, maybe it's a misunderstood turf, but for Trump supporters, his rhetoric really does back up what he stands for, and that's the American people. Remember, at the end of the day, the theme is Make America Great Again, because America has been sold out by a bunch of outsiders. It's a very, very powerful, powerful message. Hey, drop a comment right now because, you may personally know somebody who still supports Trump. A lot of people still do, like, make no doubt about it. But even if they've lost income, they've lost some of their economic stability, they've lost some of their benefits, maybe they're feeling the pinch a little bit. Uh, I want to hear the story. Please don't share stereotypes. I want to hear real people stories because on this channel, those stories really matter. So, with that, the next episode we have is really one you're not going to want to miss. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like. And once again, I respond to all comments. And if I could share one thing with you folks, the bottom line is we're all Americans and we're all in this together. So, just remember the biggest battle we're fighting is the one between our ears. Stay healthy and celebrate your victories every day. Have a great day.